Hi there, welcome back again to Education Unpack and Online Learning. We want to thank you for joining us. If you are joining us for the first time, we want to appreciate your time. For our loyal subscribers, we always give you a thumbs up. And again, thanks for joining us. Hopefully, you have been living your best life and taking good care of yourself with regards to these current challenges with the COVID-19. Just wanted to also point it out, if you had some time to review our previous videos where we did a great little documentary about how to study online and how online studies is the future. If you haven't watched that, I would encourage you to go back and check our entire episode. Today on this particular platform, we focus on 100% online learning, nothing else. We do cover some basic campus studies, of course, but our main focus on this particular channel is online studies and online education. So what we're looking at today we want to talk about online degree programs rankings or ranking universities. We shall be looking at these from the online studies perspective. So I'm just going to be looking into it and kind of like putting it into a student perspective on how you can make an informed decision. There's a lot of questions out there, people talking about the university rankings. What are your rankings? I hear students always ask universities, what are your rankings? Where do you place? Now, ranking is important. It all depends on what exactly you want to do with that. Ranking, of course, not every university use rankings. Some institutions do not really like participate into things like that. Of course, ranking could be necessary, important for some schools that want to kind of like represent themselves or come out there to be relevant in a way, or to kind of look for business, for market. Different schools try to play into the minds of students who actually value ranking more. And maybe you are one of them. So what you should be looking at here, rankings, of course. I mean, universities like Harvard most of those universities, from some information, Harvard does not actually provide data for organizations or newspapers or magazines to actually rank them. What they do is they are very flexible and fluent in their teaching. You can make the decision. Also, it applies to other renowned international online universities. Now, they are offering campus programs, but again, they have moved to kind of scale their teaching and learning onto the online setting. So when you come about asking some kind of an institution about their online ranking or where their master's ranks, or where their MBA ranks, it is again kind of like if they throw the question back to you. So it makes it more difficult, because if they throw the question back to you, what exactly are you interested in ranking? Are you more looking at a university that's ranked higher and cannot provide you the necessary support that you need? Are you looking at a university that's ranked extremely high and they cannot provide you with the required trainings and kind of resources for you to graduate in an effective way? Are you looking for a university that has rankings that kind of like work with magazines or pay magazines or newspaper to rank them a little bit up? Then you, the student, cannot achieve or at the end of the day get your goals of why you go to that university. So you have to be very careful. Are you again looking for an institution because they are ranked high, and then with regards to the general support and the faculty, they cannot provide the level of support and training that you may need? Is that your concern? So the issue of ranking has been floated out there and kind of get you confused. Now, this is what I would like to say about this. There are a few things that as an online student you want to focus on if you are going to a school. Of course, you want to ask those basic questions, but there are a few things I would like to suggest that when you are having this conversation, you should be able, or making that informed decision, to make a decision actually to choose a school. Number one, you want to focus on the level of teaching. While having that conversation or doing your own individual research, rankings should be something which you can't really get that out from the university, because, for example, if you actually talk to a school that has been existing for over 100 years, 50 years, 60 years, they have been there, they've done it, they are just upping their game. Now, Most of these schools will not actually be in the ranking that you may have, or whatever ranking you must have had. And some of them are being ranked by magazines, newspapers. Again, they are not focused on this part. Remember, some magazines and publication or papers are there to sell papers, to write articles about schools. Now, if you are very focused onto what the rankings mean to you, then other than you focusing on a few other things, then you are missing the big picture. On this episode, I'm just trying to kind of point it out that there are 5 things you need to actually, as an online student who is looking for an online university, should be focusing on. I've just pointed out number 1 should be teaching. You want to ask that, what level of teaching? How is it conducted? What are the trainings? What are the necessary support? How is it being delivered online? These are the things you need to find out. You want to ask that. You want to understand the way it works. So this clear picture, or the painting a picture to you, would help you to kind of make an informed decision, because without that clear understanding as to how the professors are delivering the trainings, supporting you, providing you with the video lectures, or all sorts of things, I mean, in the classroom, the research papers, the articles, the library, then you are not ready. You don't know what you're getting into. So you want to be asking those particular questions. Number 2, also, you want to go into number 2, you want to focus on looking at what the faculty is and what they offer. Does the faculty offer the right training? Are they the right university? Can they deliver the lectures, or they have seasoned lecturers or researchers who have actually proven themselves in the industry in that particular field? Are they the guys who build this particular faculty? So this is important. These are some of the things you need to ask as an online, while you're having that conversation, while you're on the phone. Another thing you should focus on is also the global standing of the university. You want to ask, if you want to have a degree from a university that has been existing for years, that actually have upgraded themselves to actually delivering online programs, or you want to have a degree from a school that is ranked up there but cannot provide you the support that you need, you should ask yourself that particular question. By global standing here, we are talking about what is the level of recognition. Have they been producing top experts in the different fields? Have they actually delivered in their promises in different things that they do? So all of these are very important. Another thing how you need to also look into should be, how relevant is the course? Because this is very important to students. Is this program, this course that you are going to study, is it relevant to you? Is it going to upgrade you? Is it going to move you to the next level? How important is that to you? Can you apply the training? Are you going to be using that for your career in the longer term? All of these are a very important question you should be asking. So you should want to know, by you having that conversation, how relevant that degree is to you, how it's going to help you, how you can implement. Can it take you to a whole another level? I mean, we did a program, a short episode, then we talked about degree which are called conversion degree. If you have a different background, the new program you're going to go into, is it going to help you to kind of become competitive then in the future? All these questions you should be able to ask yourself. It's important. So this is also something that I want to point out. The last one, but not the least, is the level of support. This is vital. No matter how ready you are, no matter how kind of like positive you are in the program or in your studies, I mean, if you do not, no matter the level of preparedness, your readiness, if you do not have the right support, by this I mean the student support environment, the support from the lecturer, the support from the university, the guidance, you have the proper readings, the proper articles, publication, access to materials for you to study. So I just want to emphasize that it's so important. So without all of this, if you cannot ask these questions about the teachings, what are the things that you'll be taught and how it will be delivered as well, All of these are so relevant to you, the student, making that decision. So this issue of ranking should be laid to rest. The rankings are important, but again, they do have their limitations. So again, it's you, the student, that's important. Don't forget, with regards to the current situation with the COVID-19, you do have some universities prior to COVID have already been online universities. They have been delivering the qualification. They have been delivering the qualification over and over. Some universities have actually just entered into the online learning environment as a result of COVID. I am not saying that those who just entered are not good. They are actually good. Also, you want to know this because the fact that there are lots of universities there who offer online studies who also have campus education. So the level of study is basically the same. So it's just about the benefits that they are adding into the learning that comes from. So the advantage of having more online schools now only comes with the benefit of you, the student. So you want to make this informed decision. So when you concentrate on talking a lot about rankings, it may overshadow some of your very important things that you want to ask during the conversation, relevant things that will help you, because you having a degree from a top tier school, an MBA for example, someone having from a media school, say in terms of the global outlook, it's just no really big difference. Some people like something at the top, some like in the middle, but I assure you that every school that have been existing over the years, once they go online, they are able to deliver the same lectures, offer the same certificate that those who studied on campus will have. The advantage with online learning is that it's kind of inclusive. You got to interact with unbelievable experienced people from all over the world. These are people you're never going to be meeting. So you want to really find out what the teaching level it is, how the faculty works, how the global standing of the university. You want to also know about how relevant is the program to you. That's important. How relevant is it to you? Is it going to meet your needs? Have you done your own research? All of these are important things. So the final most important one is what level of support you're going to get. If you can get the right support, then there is just no need while you are actually studying. So I hope this issue about ranking should be laid to rest. If you are going out there looking for rankings and not asking the right question, you may end up regretting a little bit as you go through your learning process. It's so important. I understand some students are out there, they are under pressure to have a degree from a top tier school, or their employer are asking them if we need a degree from top ranked school and stuff like that. I mean, all of these things are important in a way, but the bottom line we're talking about here, looking for an online university that has been delivering the studies prior COVID-19, post COVID-19, or currently rather, you have universities that have entered into the market and they are